You are not advocating on behalf of these victims. You are shielding illegals. Even in your opening statement, you prioritize putting illegals first.
That is not
Rapes
true.
of young girls, beatings of NYPD cops by illegals who are here under Kathy Hochul's failed policies, burning New Yorkers alive. This is Kathy Hochul's New York. It's one of the many reasons why you're hemorrhaging support from hardworking New York
These are
families.
horrific crimes, and they're heartbreaking.
They're horrific crimes that are committed on your watch. You signed this executive order on your first day in office. You signed it again and again this January. We deserve a governor who stands up for law-abiding New Yorkers, doesn't put illegals first, but actually puts New Yorkers first. I appreciate
Rather than
the
going
chairman's-
after the viral moment, I suggest you look
No,
at the facts.
I'm standing up for New Yorkers.
No.
Rather than addressing the illegals in New York, you are prioritizing your far-left sanctuary state policies, which you put in place with executive orders. Instead of advocating for
cooperate
victims,
in all
a
those
5-year-old
cases.
who
We
was raped,
cooperate with ICE.
you did not. They were released
We
because
cooperate
of
with
sanctuary
ICE.
state
We
policies in New
cooperate
York
with law
State. No
enforcement.
amount of words is going to clean up your failed record and these horrific crimes committed in sanctuary state that you...
Congresswoman Elise Stefanik has gone on the offensive against Governor Kathy Hochul, accusing her of putting policies ahead of public safety. From the very first day in office, Hochul signed an executive order reinforcing New York's sanctuary state policies, a move Stefanik says has had dangerous consequences for residents across the state.
Thank you. Governor Hochul, on your first day in office, you signed Executive Order 1. Is that correct?
I believe it is.
And you extended this executive order not once, not twice, but 3 times, most recently January 16th of this year. Is that correct?
If that's what your facts show, I signed countless executive orders.
I would
and
assume you'd
policies
know
and
it's
laws.
Executive Order 1. And this is a continuation of your predecessor's sanctuary state policies, correct? Is included in that.
I want to be sure we are defining sanctuary state properly.
I'll define it for you. It is the policy of the state that state officers or employees shall not disclose information to federal immigration authorities for the purpose of federal civil immigration enforcement. It goes on to say, law enforcement officers may not use resources, equipment, or personnel for the purpose of detecting and apprehending any individual suspected or wanted for violating a civil immigration office. Law enforcement officers have no authority in the state of New York to take any policy action solely because the person is an undocumented alien. That's a quote in your executive orders that you extended. Now, do you know who Sakir Akan is?
I want to get back to the first part
No,
of
I'm
your
asking a question. Do you know who
Well,
Sakir Akan is?
I want to make sure you understand that this simply says that we will cooperate with ICE.
No,
in
it does
all-
not say that. I read what it
We will
says, and let me talk to you about the results. Do you know who Sakir Akan is? You should, as the governor of New York State. Do you know?
Refresh my recollection.
He was an illegal migrant in New York. And do you know what crime he committed in addition to being here illegally?
No, I do not.
You do not. This was widely reported. He found a 15-year-old girl, threatened her with a metal pole, told her to get into the back seat of his car, he took her clothes off, and he violently raped her in Albany, New York. Do you know who Sebastian Zapita Khalil is?
I'm sure you'll tell me there's many cases, whether they're
These are
here-
high-profile cases.
Yes.
New Yorkers know about them, and you don't. So let's talk about Sebastian Zapita Khalil. Do you know who that is?
I don't have the specific details at my disposal, no.
Well, this is an illegal migrant in New York because of your sanctuary state policies. Do you know what crime he committed?
I'm not familiar at this moment.
I bet you're going to be familiar when I remind you. He found a sleeping woman on the subway, lit her on fire, and burned her alive. This is in Kathy Hochul's New York. And as I'm sure you are aware, and I'll remind you, that ICE issued an order to detain this violent criminal, but that was rejected by New York officials due to sanctuary state laws. Now, do you know who Raymond Rojas Basilio is?
I just want to say this. These crimes are horrific.
Because
I
of
condemn
your,
them.
because of
And I
your
would
sanctuary
say
state policies.
In all of these cases, we would work with ICE to remove
You
them.
did not in this case. They are
They need
walking
our
on the
assistance.
streets because of your policies and your executive order that you signed 3 times. Now, Raymond Rojas Basilio, do you know who that is?
I'm telling you this. I will
You don't
explain
know
to you
who
the
it is.
policies of New York. We cooperate with, I know you're just
You do
trying
not.
to.
You do not. Specifically, ICE was told not to detain this individual, and he burned a woman alive on the New York subways in Kathy Hochul's New York. So I will keep on going. What about Raymond Rojas Basilio? Do you know who that is?
I'm going to tell you our overall policy, which will address all this.
I'll tell
We
you
do
who
not-
that is. He is an illegal who molested an 11-year-old in our state because, again, of your sanctuary state policies. This illegal was shielded from federal immigration enforcement and able to commit this heinous crime. And what about Wilson Castillo-Diaz? Do you know who that
I'm
is?
telling you this. We do cooperate fully with ICE in criminal prosecution. Our sanctuary
You're not advocating for
regulations
these victims.
only deal
This is
with
a
civil
5-year-old who
enforcement.
was raped
Civil
on Long
enforcement.
Island in Nassau County. You are not advocating on behalf of these victims. You are shielding illegals. Even in your opening statement,
That is
you
not true.
prioritize putting illegals first.
That is not
Rapes
true.
of young girls, beatings of NYPD cops by illegals who are here under Kathy Hochul's failed policies, burning New Yorkers alive. This is Kathy Hochul's New York. It's one of the many reasons why you're hemorrhaging support from hardworking New York
These are
families.
horrific crimes, and they're
They're
heartbreaking.
horrific crimes that are committed on your watch. You signed this executive order on your first day in office. You signed it again and again this January. We deserve a governor who stands up for law-abiding New Yorkers, doesn't put illegals first, but actually puts New Yorkers first. I appreciate
Rather
the
than going
chairman's-
after the viral moment, I suggest you
No,
look
no,
at
no.
the facts.
I'm standing up for New Yorkers.
No.
Rather than addressing the illegals in New York, you are prioritizing your far-left sanctuary state policies, which you put in place with executive orders. Instead of advocating for
cooperate
victims,
in all
a
those
5-year-old
cases.
who
We
was
cooperate
raped,
with ICE.
you did not. They were released
We
because
cooperate
of
with
sanctuary
ICE.
state
We
policies in New
cooperate
York
with
State.
law
No
enforcement.
amount of words is going to clean up your failed record and these horrific crimes committed in sanctuary state that you created. And with that, I
Your
yield back.
representation, the facts,
Gentlelady,
absolutely false.
yields back.
Absolutely
Chair
false.
recognizes Ms. Norton from Washington.
If you want more coverage on the politicians shaping your safety, subscribe now. These sanctuary policies, extended multiple times under Hochul, prevent state and local law enforcement from cooperating fully with federal immigration authorities when it comes to civil immigration violations. Stefanik argues this has allowed criminals to remain free in New York, leading to horrific crimes that could have been prevented. She points to violent attacks committed by illegal immigrants who, under current policies, were shielded from timely federal intervention. If you want updates and insight into how these policies affect everyday New Yorkers, hit that subscribe button. Stefanik doesn't just talk about abstract laws, she highlights the human cost. Children and women have been victims of violent crimes committed by individuals in the state illegally. And Stefanik makes the case that sanctuary policies directly contributed to these tragedies. Her argument is simple. The safety of New Yorkers must come first. Policies that prioritize criminals over victims are unacceptable, and she's taking that message straight to the governor. For more reporting that puts citizens first, subscribe now. The political stakes couldn't be higher. Stefanik frames these sanctuary policies as emblematic of a far-left agenda that puts illegal immigrants above law-abiding residents. She's calling for accountability, insisting that executive orders should protect citizens, not give criminals a shield to act with impunity. Meanwhile, Hochul continues to defend her approach, but Stefanik's voice is resonating with New Yorkers frustrated by rising violent crime and what they see as a lack of leadership. Stay informed on this critical debate by subscribing to our channel. From my perspective, Stefanik is making a strong, clear point about responsibility. Protecting immigrant communities is important, but not at the cost of public safety. When policies allow dangerous individuals to evade law enforcement, it's the community that pays the price. Stefanik's insistence that Hochul be held accountable is not political theater. It's a call for common-sense leadership that puts victims first. For ongoing analysis and political accountability stories, subscribe today. At the end of the day, this is about who stands up for law-abiding New Yorkers. Stefanik's challenge to Hochul underscores a growing frustration with sanctuary policies that critics say shield criminals while leaving citizens vulnerable. She's demanding answers, action, and above all, leadership that prioritizes the safety of everyone in the state. For more in-depth reporting and coverage of leaders who fight for everyday citizens, don't forget to subscribe.